Hey, JC and Nat here for retirecheap.asia. You might be wondering, what's the update on the farm, JC? We're going to give you an update on things that we've done, things that we're doing, and things we're going to do. I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Kakao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into this and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again.
Back.
So, we showed them about what we planted, right, Nat? We planted a whole bunch of stuff. Now, our fruit orchard in the back hasn't done too much, right? It's not grown a lot. But our original plantings, if you've been following this, you watched, we've got some pretty extensive growth going on here. And so we're going to show you some of the things that we planted and how much they've grown. We have teak trees, so you can see this is one of the teak trees, and I'll show you a couple other ones. They've grown considerably right now. What are these?
Banana.
Bananas. Our banana trees, how big was that when we put it in the ground?
Little guy here.
Yeah, little guy. And so they're grown. We've got the guava. How big was that when we put it in the ground?
Little guy too.
Little guy. All these were little guys, so you're going to get a sense of how much things have grown. And how big was this guy when we put it in the ground?
Oh, this one small.
They were about a foot tall, right?
Yeah.
And now stand here, Nat. Let me stand back and see if they can see how big this guy is. Big! Here's another one. Check this out. Look at this. These guys are getting big. So they're shading a lot of stuff. Some things haven't grown a lot, though. We've got coffee plants that aren't growing a lot, and I've been looking into how to remedy that. This one's the best one, actually. He's doing good. We've got some planted in between manioc, or potatoes as Thai people call them, and they're not doing so good. Our pineapples are doing okay. We've only got a few of those, not too many. We've got some papaya trees that are doing okay. This guy's about waist high now. So that's good, right? That's an example of our, if you can see it back there, our coffee plant that's not doing so good back in there. We've got like 6 of them planted in between these potatoes, and I thought, well, they'll do good because they need, partial shade. But maybe there's too much shade, or we've just put some manure because I read that if there's too much lime in the soil, that's not a good thing either. So we're working on how to remedy that. We've got another one with real yellow leaves. We've got to try and figure out what's going on with him. This is some kind of lime right now.
Yeah, manao.
Yeah, this is a lime tree, and he's doing okay. Yeah, we've got a few things here.
Shampoo.
The champoo. Yeah, this is some nice fruit. If you've never eaten it, you should check this out too. It's tasty. And we've got that, it's growing. We've got our mulberries. Our mulberry trees are doing real good.
Mango.
Our mangoes are doing all right. Starfruit. This is a starfruit tree. He's doing, how big was that when you put that in the ground?
About half here.
Wow.
And sapparot.
Yeah, our pineapple, some of them are doing pretty good. And down there we got a macadamia. He's growing a little bit at the end of that row down there. And yeah, another macadamia out here. Some of these are growing well out here. Here's another macadamia. So he's doing all right. He's about waist high.
เม็ดมะม่วง this one here.
This one? Oh, he's doing really good. This is a cashew tree. Look at this. He's up to my chest now. He's doing well. This teak tree, almost as tall as I am, doing good. And those were all really small when we put them in the ground.
This one natural.
Yeah, we left some of these things in natural that we're growing here just for wood's sake. This guy
Natural.
is another one that just grew naturally here. Some other things aren't growing real well, as you can see.
That was somebody cut with.
Yeah, the weed eater got that guy, and he's just trying to grow back. Yeah, I think that one's a lychee tree back here. And this guy is tamarind. I don't even know if you can see this guy. He's so small. Yeah, he just doesn't want to grow. I'm not sure what's going on with him. As you can see, a lot of this stuff now has grown quite considerably over the months that we've been doing this. A lot of our banana trees are doing pretty good.
Yeah.
What's that guy in there? Anything?
The big tree.
Yeah, some big trees in here.
These are the bio.
Yeah, biomass. Here's a mulberry. This is an example of our mulberries. Doing good, huh? Doing good. I'm not sure if this is an avocado or what.
Cacao.
A cacao, huh? Oh, he's doing okay. Begin eucalyptus. Oh. So those are all these are doing pretty good, right? This is sort of a biomass tree in here, right?
Big tree.
A big tree.
Bio ni eucalyptus.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's going on with the plantings. We got a lot of flowers now growing as well. Hibiscus are blooming every day. We got orchids. We've got these. I'm not sure what these are. Colorful ones here are called. So all that's happening, huh? Oh, there you go. That's what it's called. But we showed them that we put some fish in the pond, right? Yeah, we put some fish in the pond. And our pond, we're not sure how the fish are doing. The water's evaporating now. It's dry season. So we're getting a lot of evaporation in the pond. But we got a lot of algae. And you can see there's a lot of action happening on the water. So we think that the fish, we put 600 in there, so we're hoping that they're still swimming around and eating the algae. Now, because of the evaporation, I'm going to be adding water soon, but I'm trying to let it go down long enough. I'm not sure if you can see this. There's the pipe that we originally were feeding this some water when it was real low. It's starting to be exposed again, and I want it exposed because I want to put like a fountain on the end of that thing to aerate the pond as well. So I want to add water to it and aerate it at the same time. Get some oxygen in here as well. So that's how the pond is doing. Not too bad. And we had another project. I don't know if you have been following, but I talked before about a chicken tractor. That I wanted to raise laying hens and get some eggs going. And so I was going to do a chicken tractor, but we had a brainstorm. So check this out and you'll get up to speed on another little project that's happening. So I want to get you up to speed on a little project that we're going to implement. For you all that have been following our little project here, our food forest, we're working on vegetables and we're going to do some hydroponics. We've got a fish pond going and it's stocked with tilapia and a couple catfish in there from what I understand. We got a lot of fruit trees and stuff, and I want to do a chicken tractor. If you don't know what a chicken tractor is, it's actually a mobile chicken coop that you can move around, so it gets a different space to graze the chickens every day or every couple of days. You just slide it along and move it, and that was the plan. But I look at these and it's going to take a few days and a lot of supplies and everything like that. to get a chicken tractor set up and buy the chickens. You got to buy the chickens young, and then they got to grow up. So I told Nat the other day, I said, Nat, your brother set up a chicken coop about 2 months ago. Bought the chickens, and I looked at that coop, knowing the little that I do about raising hens, laying hens, and said, I don't think these chickens are going to lay eggs under those conditions. Sure enough, they haven't laid one egg, and it's been months. So I said, Nat, talk to your brother and ask him if he wants to sell his coop and the chickens. And then what I do is some modifications, and I'll show you what it needs when I get over there. But where's the chicken coop? Ah, there's a chicken coop right there. And it's got 10 chickens in it, 10 laying hens. So we're going to wander over there, and I'm going to show you and Nat what I need to do to modify that. Now, he wants about $100 for 10 grown laying hens and the coop that he's done. And that's not too bad. We have to eat about 1,000 eggs to recoup that money. Now, how fast will we go through 1,000 eggs, and how many will they be laying? I don't know. But I think just the amount of energy and everything it would save me at this point to get some eggs going, I think it's a good idea. Now, Nat just walked through here. I'm not a fan of snakes, and this looks like snake country to me. So I need to be careful. Gotta watch where I'm walking here. And this is actually a ridge line between property, between two rice fields. Her mom's rice field here, which has just been cut, and the neighbor's rice field here. And this is the property line. It's like a little ridge that you can't really see because it's overgrown. And Nat said, let's walk down here. Oh, the red ants are already biting me. That's not a good thing either. Or they're stinging nettles. I don't know what they are. Something is irritating my leg. Now, usually we wouldn't go this way. I don't know why Nat suggested coming this way, because this isn't a good way to go. The easiest way to do this is to go through her mom's property. But she wanted an adventure, I guess, so we're going to do it this way today. All right, so this is the coop. And I'm going to explain to you and Nat what I think needs to happen here for these hens to lay some eggs. Now, just knowing what I know about chickens, what I would do to get these to lay is a couple things. First of all, I would like to get them in the sun, so I'd open up part of the roof so they can get some sun, and could probably cover this whole thing. This whole side is open here. Both sides are actually open. And what I would do maybe is just close up the sides with some more of this netting, but take the roof off and put netting up there so the sun can come in, so they can get some sun. And Nat, what else I would do would be on this end. This would all end up being closed in with a platform. So the platform would probably start about here and go up to the roof. And then this would all be closed up in here, so it's dark at night. And there'll be a little door and a ladder to get up into the coop. And so what the chickens would do would be at night, they would climb up the little ladder and go in this area. And in there would be roosting bars. So they'd be like poles or pieces of wood that would go across that they can sit on at night and roost off the ground. Because if they're scared and they're worried about snakes or anything like that, they're not going to lay any eggs at all. And in that area, when they go up in there, will be the nesting boxes. So there'll be some boxes in there for them to be able to nest and lay eggs. Because as you can see, now for ducks, they would just lay eggs anywhere. But laying hens, they got to feel very comfortable and safe to lay eggs. So those would be the modifications I would need to do on this. And I would probably also modify their water and their food supply here, the way it's being fed, and give them a food supply that they can't knock out and knock onto the ground. And the watering would be like the watering nipples are really good. And we'd probably do that. But first of all, we would get the coop done to where these chickens can get out of off the ground at night and have some privacy. In some areas where they have predators, they actually have a door that closes. They go in automatically at night. They want to go in there to sleep. And then they have a little door that closes and they stay in there till morning, and then it opens up and they can come back out. And that way they're safe at night. Anyway, that's the idea. What do you think, Nat?
Good idea.
Good idea. So we've negotiated to 3,000 baht, and I just need to have a plan and see if we can get these little ladies to start laying some eggs. Right, Nat?
Yeah.
All
One
right.
jump for me here.
Did you jump out?
Yeah, they jump here. I try to take them out.
Oh, really?
I think they want food.
Yeah, and your mom I think, has chased some of them outside. I don't know why he's got this open. They can get out. But anyway, that's it. We'll be updating you on our chicken egg project as we move forward. See ya. Well, we got some exciting news this morning.
Yeah.
Nat's son came running over. Now, when did we pay for our chickens in the chicken coop?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. And up until that time, how many eggs had they produced?
0.
0. But Nat's son came running over this morning all excited, and guess what? The first day of chicken ownership, and what did we get?
Egg.
We got an egg the first day. Now, if he had gotten the eggs before, maybe he wouldn't have sold them to us. But the first day. Now, we've given him a couple, I've gone over and tossed in some vegetable, scraps and stuff like that, and told him, better coop coming soon. Maybe that's why they got excited and gave us an egg, right? Anyway.
About 2.
Yeah, about a number 2 egg. But we're excited. We got our first egg today, so I thought we'd share it with you. Pretty cool, huh? So that's pretty cool, huh, Nat?
Yeah.
That we're getting some eggs and stuff. Now, that was the plan that we were going to do to the coop. And put the hen house in there and all that. But then we started to think. And there's always what?
Option.
Always options. So we started to think, it's producing eggs, and we didn't have, the little hen house in there built, and the little ladder and all the stuff I was going to do. I'm going, well, why am I going to do all that? Besides, I still want to do the chicken tractor. And so we went with a minimal upgrade to their the chicken condominium, right? Mm-hmm. And so we'll show you what the final product was, how we ended it up. Check this out, and then we'll get back to you in a second. All right, so we finished most of our chicken coop upgrades. So I'll tell you what we've done. We completely enclosed the sides of these, which were open from about the middle up. The chickens were coming in and out on their own, and also having to be chased and picked up and brought back in. So now they're enclosed. I also took off the first 2 panels of the roof to allow some sunlight to come in, and then put this, it's like, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a barrier. It's sort of made out of plastic, but that's now on the top, so they can't just fly out or anything fly in to get the chickens as well. And then inside, I put up 2 roosting bars for them to be able to roost, and 3 nesting buckets. And the cool thing about that is that as soon as we put the nesting buckets up, they actually sat in them. Today we got, I think, 2 or 3 eggs out of the nesting buckets already, so they know the drill. And I think they're happy. The only other thing we need to do, I want to clean out right now there's some straw in the bottom and the rice husks. So I want to take that out, clean it out, and give them some new bedding for their coop. But other than that, that's it. We're good to go, and they're producing the eggs. I think we've already got not quite a dozen yet, but they're producing. And it's funny because they start producing the day after we paid for them. So anyway, I bring them food scraps as well, which are, our vegetable cuttings and even eggshells and stuff like that. They like that. And eggshells add calcium into their diet, make stronger eggshells that they produce. So anyway, that's it. That's our coop, and it's good to go. So another thing checked off my list of things to do on our food farm. There's our girls. So the only other things we did, other than what we showed them on the video, is we went and cleaned out the chicken coop, and the bedding that's in there is rice husks from when they process the rice. You can go buy the husks. Well, here, check this out and you'll see how we got the husks. Okay, so we're at a local farmer's house and we're trying to rebed our chicken coop. And what I mean by that is right now it's got rice husks from when they take the husks off the rice, the remnants you can buy. And then on top of that we have hay. And so what we want to do is clean that all out from the old, it's been there for probably a couple months. Clean that all out and put some new stuff in. So we found a farmer that's got the rice husks, and it's 20 baht per bag, which is about 66 cents, I think, a bag, something like that. So we're going to buy about 10 bags of that. They have hay that we could buy, but Nat's mom has all the hay on the ground. We're waiting for the tractor to come with that special attachment on the back that bales hay. And what he'll do is run through the rice fields that Nat's mom has, and it'll pick up all the cuttings from the rice and bale it for us. And I think it's 13 baht a bale, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So we're in the queue for that. But in the meantime, we're going to fill up some bags here of the rice husks and bring them over for the chickens and try and get them some new bedding. So that's the deal. That's what we're doing. I need to go help them bag some rice. So there you go. We picked up the husks, scraped all this out, which was hay and the rice husks, replaced it with the rice husks, and put new hay down for the girls. So they're real happy about that. And then also we put up some netting down to her parents' little pond, so they have a little chicken run. They're pretty smart though. They know that there's always an option, go around the poles at the end. So I'm not sure. I sort of have to stay here to keep them occupied within their little chicken run. But that's it for the coop project, the chicken coop. And we're getting right now, we're averaging 3 eggs a day. And so we got three hens laying out of 10. So we're hoping more will start laying soon. But everything's good right now. Yeah.
Good. They're working good.
Yeah, they're happy. We're feeding them scraps and stuff like that. So their life is better than it was. And I think they're happier, and we are too, because now we're not buying eggs anymore. Right?
Almost full in the...
Yeah, we buy a tray. We used to buy a tray of 30 eggs. We used to buy either number 0 or 1. And it was 30 eggs to a tray. And how much did we pay for that?
110 or 15.
About 110 or 115 baht. And these are about a number 2 egg.
Yeah.
About a number 2 egg right now. They maybe get bigger as the chickens get older, but about a number 2. And right now we're getting 3 a day. So we're thinking we're not going to have to buy eggs anymore right now.
No.
Done deal, huh?
Done deal. We have own.
Yeah, we have our own egg supply. we showed a couple, I think it was a couple videos before about what was happening in the area in Isan, and that was they were cutting rice. The rice cutting and drying of the rice had been going on everywhere. That's a done deal. Now, what's happening?
Now time to make the ball.
Hay bale. Yeah, they've got tractors with a special attachment on the back of it that bale the hay. They go through the rice fields, the cut rice fields, and the hay, the straw has been now dried a little bit, and so they hay bale. How much do they charge per bale as they go through with this tractor?
16 baht.
About 16 baht they charge per hay bale. And so we're waiting on them. We're in the queue to have them come and bale up her mom's rice fields hay, and then we'll have also a supply of hay for the chickens and for ground covering, mulch for our garden as well. So that's what we're waiting on now. Another cool thing happened since the last time we made a video for you all, and that is Santa came. Santa visited us. Now, we have a lot of property here, It's a big piece of property. It's 6 rai, right? 6 rai of land, and I'll convert that to acres. And how have we been cutting this?
The cut weedy.
The weed eater. Her son does some, I do some. It's time consuming and it's labor intensive. So some of our members have been asking us, what can we, help out with on your farm project for Christmas? What do you need? And so I reached out to them and said, look, if you want to give us a Santa gift, we could sure use one thing. So check this out. This was really cool, and it's great to have fantastic people as members of our membership. And you all should join, because you might be wanting to get out of where you all are, considering what's happening in the news and what your future could look like in your home country. But anyway, let me show you what our members did for us. Check this out. Very cool. All right, so our favorite delivery service showed up. Carrie showed up. Guess what they brought us? No, it's not a chair for Gopher. It's our lawnmower that our great members helped us to get for Christmas. So Christmas came early. Santa gave us a present of the lawnmower, self-propelled Briggs & Stratton engine. Looking forward to this because we have areas here that aren't thick. It's pretty thin grass, but that probably takes me about an hour and a little over an hour to try and cut. And we'll see with a self-propelled lawnmower how long it takes me to do. But there's areas like this all over that we spend a lot of time and energy trying to keep cut. With a self-propelled lawnmower, it should be really easy. And I was just going to get a lawnmower. I put up on the member site if they wanted to give us a Christmas present, here's what it could be. And our member Andy, up in the north, Andy Burrows, he reached out and said, why not get a self-propelled one? And I remember having a self-propelled Toro as a kid, and it's like, yeah, good idea. So he pitched in for the difference between the regular push mower and a self-propelled one, and also recommended this one by a company called Raptor. And so now my job is try and put it together and get it running. So, okay, got a job in front of me. Before this job, I got the job of assembling this thing. So we'll see how skillful I am at putting this thing together. Gopher, you ready to put the lawnmower together? Probably. Yeah, we're ready to go. I think you just like it as a chair, but we're going to try and get this thing together. All right, Gopher, the box is open. What do you think? Thumbs up? Yeah, looking good, huh? All right. First step 1, finished. The box is open.
1 hour later.
All right, so as you can see, it's fully assembled. And there's a couple things I really like about this, but I think the thing I like the best about it are the drink holders. Check that out, man. I got drink holders. So I'm good to go. It's assembled. Didn't take that long to put together. Wasn't that complicated, except the instructions were, you could tell, were translated from Chinese, which is what makes it a little more difficult. But I put some oil in it. I put a little bit of gasoline in it to see if we could start it. And we're ready for the big test. And then I'll show you something that takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to weed eat, and how long it takes me to do it with this. But first, let's see if we get this thing started, right? So let's check it out. You ready? Oh man, this is gonna make my life so much easier. So thanks to all the Santa members that gave us our early Christmas gift. Looking good. Woohoo! Okay, so here's the test. I'm gonna mow this, and the rains have stopped for a while. In fact, it looks like it's gonna rain right now, but they've stopped for a while. So it's a little bit brown and dry, but this usually takes me about an hour, 15 minutes, hour, 10 minutes to use a weed eater. Now, I'm gonna do this with the lawnmower and see how long it takes. So right now, it is 19 minutes until 11. So let's see how long it takes me to do this. So there you go, the raptor. The raptor ate this critter in 26 minutes. And that was with a change of the one that was on previously was shooting out the side. So I took that off and put this thing on for composting. It just drops this stuff right behind the mower. But you can see 26 minutes, and it's actually more level than with a weed eater. I think that's a 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. One thing I thought was going to be an issue is the unevenness of the terrain, but you can raise that up, I think 30 centimeters or something. So I got the highest setting, and it went right over everything. You can see a lot cleaner than with a weed eater, and more importantly, I don't have the pain from doing this with the weed eater for an hour and more. So this was a breeze. This was a snap. 2 thumbs up for my contributors in our member site for our Christmas present. This was awesome. Thank you all so much, and I recommend the Raptor. This is the B05 model, and I think it was 13,000 baht if I'm not mistaken, but worth every baht. Good to go. If you're wondering, okay, so what's the next projects? Nat and I were traveling through a city not far from here, a little town, Nonglong. Nongrong. She says it much better than I do. And we were going down the road, and all of a sudden I hit the brakes and backed up. And what did I see, Nat?
Oh, vegetable.
I saw all these vegetables growing in greenhouses, in shade houses. And we stopped. Nat thought it was a foreigner that was doing this. Turns out he was Thai. Tall guy, right?
Yeah.
Just like Nat is right now. Look how tall she is. She's on the hill. Anyway, nice guy. His name was PK, and he grew hydroponics, and he sells these to markets, to restaurants, and stuff like that. Great guy. So anyway, because I think I mentioned to them before, we want to start growing vegetables again, but only some of them grew well in the ground. And so I wanted to grow some in shade houses and stuff. Well, he was growing them hydroponically, and these things look beautiful. And he said, hey, I'll teach you how to do that, no problem. So we have some members that are into hydroponics back in the States and stuff, and so they've been sending me information. So I'm sort of excited about doing some hydroponics. And if you're wondering what we'll do under the shade house in hydroponics, in the shade house, Nat'll be doing her cactus. She loves cactus. I'll be doing some orchids in there, but we'll also be doing herbs and lettuces and things that don't grow real well in soil and harsh sunlight.
Yeah.
And so bug control, weed control, and we're excited about that. So the next project will be putting up these shade houses and getting some hydroponics set up within those, and visiting PK for some lessons.
Yeah.
My University of Hydroponics will be starting soon. Anyway, so that's the scoop. Anything else you want to add?
In Isan cool already.
It's been really nice, beautiful weather. It's going down to about 19 Celsius at night, and the daytime is just beautiful, breezy. It's the time we all been waiting for throughout Thailand. And it doesn't matter if you come from European countries, it's still warm to you all, but it's beautiful for us. And so we've been really appreciating the cooler weather and hope it'll last as long as it does. And Santa Claus, Christmas is coming. Anything you want for Christmas, Nat?
Something for the farm.
Hey, there you go, something for the farm. And think about it. Maybe in the next video we'll share with them what Santa's going to bring you. But that's it for Nat, me, and the girls. See ya. And remember, no matter what's happening in your life, and there's crazy stuff happening, there's
Always option.
always options. So hang in there, stay well, and stay strong. See ya. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.